So today we're going to flash a window with the SIGA Fentrim product. It's going to be a three-step process. And you can see from the manual here, I'll follow these steps quite easily. We have our wall prepared with the MyVest. This is our weather-resistant barrier that's also an air barrier. What I'm first going to do is I'm going to cut away all the excess membrane from my window. So this is a little different than sometimes the X pattern you would see. But what we want to do is take away the membrane all the way to expose the rough opening. So in the first step, we're going to prepare the rough opening. We're going to take our Fentrim F, which is the black product, and we're going to cut a piece that for each corner, when we prepare the corners, is 3 inches longer than the rough opening. Using the split back release, I can get it right into the corner. So I can pull up one side at a time. I can work the product right into the corner. And then I'm going to use both of my thumbs in this technique and just roll the product back down onto the weather barrier. So you can see how flexible and easy that is. And I apply smooth hand pressure to everything, just to pressure activate the adhesive. So I'm going to work my way around the entire window doing all the corners. Here I'm just cutting a 45, and I'm going to pull up the membrane and tack it so it's out of our way. Here I'll just use a piece of cheap tape to hold it. Again, with the 2 thumbs, just working that. Okay. Now that all the 4 corners are treated, we'll start at the bottom so we can go ahead and work our way around the window. Again, I can use that pre-fold to help me. Again, I make sure everything's firmed out and smooth. Now I'll work my way up the sides. So you can see that corner is perfectly sealed. And we've created continuity between your weather-resistant barrier and your rough opening. Okay, now you can see we've created a perfectly weathered and airtight rough opening connection. Next, we'll install the window, and then we'll seal the window from the interior and the exterior. Now you can see as we're installing the window into the prepared rough opening. So what we're going to do is we have 2 products. We have Fentrim IS, IS20 and IS2. One is, as you can see, white, and the other is black. It's always black to the exterior. This one has a little bit more UV stability and is also 10 times more vapor open than the white variant. So we're always trying to promote outward drying. Keep the warm, moist air from the interior out of the assembly, and if for any reason there gets to be moisture in the building, we have the ability to dry outwards. So we'll start with the IS2, which is Fentrim Black. And I'll just go ahead and get started with cutting these to size. So as you can see here, this tape comes off the roll almost like a double-sided tape. It's pre-folded, and it has a leading edge, which is about a ½ inch, that gets stuck right to the window frame. And I use this little guide here to line myself up, and I stick that right to the frame of the window because my brick mold will hide this. Then I want to create a little relief in the tension, so I get my hand in, and I go ahead and seal that connection. Okay? Right, I have this piece and then I pop that leading edge I can make myself a little corner. There's many strategies to sealing the corner, but this is just one. I pull a little of that release off. I use this part with the release on it to slide. I can slide it right into the corner and make a nice connection. Working that into the corner, slowly removing the release. Making sure I smooth out all the wrinkles. Now that's corner sealed. We'll continue to work our way up. And I continue to work my way around the window. Okay, and then I can finish off by sealing this top piece here. Sticking Fentrim to Fentrim, it's always a watertight connection.
Nice.
So there we have it. Again, this tape and the membrane is vapor open, so if for some reason there's green lumber back there or anything gets wet, it has the ability to dry outwards. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the inside of the building. We're going to install our insulation, a thermocork or some other type of insulative material that will sit between the frame of the window and the rough opening. And then we will seal on the inside with the white SIGA tape. So we have a perfectly sealed, weather-tight situation on the outside. Now we're going to make this window airtight. As you can see here, we added some thermocork insulation, so that provides our insulation layer. So we're watertight, we're insulated, and now step 3 is to be airtight. So I'll use the Fentrim IS-20 or the Fentrim White, and we'll go ahead and we'll put this right on the frame of the window again. So I'll use the leading edge here to be my guide. Put it on nice and straight. Apply some nice hand pressure. And I just go ahead and stick it straight down. Now by design, this leading edge is 1/2 of an inch. So your drywall return or your trim, whatever's happening will cover this. So you won't see this piece here that's touching the frame of the window. So I mentioned before that the outer assembly is vapor open. So this is almost vapor closed, and it's 10 times less vapor open than the exterior application. So the idea behind that is that there's a lot of moisture in the interior air that we want to keep from getting into the assembly. So this is the weakest point of our wall is our joints and our transitions. So keeping that moist, warm air from getting into that will save you from any type of building damage or anything in the future. This also provides our air tightness layer. So this will be a super comfortable place to sit and read later once all the trim work and everything is done. So there's going to be some wrinkling. The key here is when you experience wrinkles, just to firm them out and make sure you have really good adhesion everywhere. And then you will always be airtight. One other thing we see here is this window system uses clips. So we want to make sure that we maintain the continuity of that air seal, because you can see air could potentially get in between this clip here. So all I do is I cut smaller pieces of the same tape and I just run them right over the clip. Just like this. Again, good firm pressure. And I work my way around these clips, make sure I have everything sealed up perfectly. Again, any wrinkles, just smooth them out. Make sure the product sticks to itself and it will be airtight. So now you can see we've done this three-part system. We prepared the rough opening, we created continuity with the weather-resistive layer, we've moved inward, and now we've created continuity to our air tightness layer. So now we're tight on the inside, we're weather tight on the outside. We have a perfectly installed window that will last the life of the building.